Okay, hi, this is Ed. I'm up in Beverly Hills, and I'm looking for a lawyer. It's, I think, August 9th. It's early in the morning. And look at the, they know that I have my everything ready to download onto YouTube. So, they are here in force. I'm going to walk up a street, and these are all their cars. Two of them in there, and back there. And of course, here comes one of their trucks. And I'm trying to find a lawyer to help me, show him this and see if he believes it. So again, this case started back a year ago. April 25 for me was the first time I saw these vigilantes enter my life. What did they do? They came in force in rental cars that looked like undercover police cars, and they followed me all night long through the whole area of Los Angeles. I didn't panic when they came. My strategy was I was going to uncover these people, so I wasn't going to try to panic because their game was this. Let me strike that. Before they came, I had a friend who was homeless, and he told me a story. He said, that he had been out canning, and he was swarmed by all these cars, close in following him everywhere he went. He thought they were police, but they weren't. You'd see cruisers approach, and they went away. This was over a 6-hour period. And he would hide in alleys, and people would come down there, like mothers pushing carriages and skateboarders and whatnot, get him back onto the road. Finally, after 6 hours, he broke and threw a rock at one of the cars and smashed it on the hood. And he did 6 months for that. I said, that's quite a story. And didn't know what to think, really. But when they started with me, I at least had his hint. And I said, these people are evil. They seem to focus on people very close to the street, homeless people. And I said, I'm going to unmask them. They want you to snap. Because after the first night, I did a lot of research. And I found out there are gang stalkers here in LA. And so I figured that I was going to unmask maybe 25 idiots. And that would be that. But over a 2-month period, during from the 25th to like July 2nd, it got so intense because the police were very much on their side, the LAPD and the sheriffs. They would always tell me that I was crazy, that I wasn't being followed. If those people called them for some complaint, I was the one who got toted away. So I went home to New England for about 9 months and thought it over, got my resources together. But I wanted to come back. I had sworn to them I was gonna do what it took to expose their little game. So I came back in May 15th. Look at this. So this is all their cars, and they had grown tremendously by this time. When they followed you, it was 50 cars, then to 100. And when they saw me taking license plate numbers, because I got like 600 license plate numbers, they just, instead of like getting small and getting secretive, they just exploded. Like all of a sudden, I'd be walking down Wilshire or something, and there'd be 200 cars following me, believe it or not. And their families on buses everywhere. I was the most hated man in LA. Well, the sheriff, as my investigation grew along, I concluded the sheriff had a lot to do with this group for many reasons. One, he had religious people in his office volunteering, and a lot of these volunteers turned over into this vigilante force. But the bulk of the force was made up of immigrant, kind of cult church members from the mega churches like the Oasis Church and the one called the Agape Church. These churches, they house the people on their property, and these people become and they're immigrants, they can hardly talk English, and they do whatever they are told. So they're driving around their walkers, the mothers especially who have their kids in tow, walking at night into these, following me, stalking me, anywhere, 8-10 hours. In fact, I saw it as child neglect, and I started talking about it. Don't bring your children. But I was stunned that the government didn't even allow that, because I could tell it was government. Finally, about 2 weeks ago, I had to go to the emergency room because I had been assaulted. And I went late at night, like midnight. And when I go to the emergency room, they want to be there too, as many as possible. They're mobbing, it's called mobbing. What happened that night was I'm at Seder Siania I, and 2 moms arrived in ambulances with their kids disheveled, beaten almost, one cut. I said, this is child abuse. I didn't bring it up there too much to the doctors because they didn't really know what I was talking about. But the next day I went down to the sheriff's at the county office where they control it. He shrugged it off. At that point, I thought, wow, this is horrible. And so now, you know, I rushed to try to expose it, and these are my videos, and there should be more. I'm hoping to sue. And, okay, this is going back to where we are. Again, it's Beverly Hills, the main drag. All the cars that I've spotted so far is one of them, I can tell. The license plates were peeing out. A lot of the ones passing are one of them. I just took many vids of them. We can maybe walk around, catch a few more people. I'm going to cross dangerously here. Don't hate me. Please, don't hit me. I want to catch a few guys, you know, if I can. This guy in the trunk is definitely one. But I have to be careful because I want to get this thing uploaded to YouTube. But those are the facts, Jack. Thank you. Hey, Ryan, signing out. Hey, do you know how to... Do you work in town?